It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Cleveland Browns and the New York Jets. Next on Madden Football.
Just across the Hudson from downtown Manhattan, we welcome you inside MetLife Stadium, East Rutherford, New Jersey. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, we are about set for kickoff. Greg, talking to the coaches all week, we're so curious to see what's going to play out here at the start of this one.
And ideally, I think each of these teams is thinking, okay, we think this is how the game's going to unfold. This is our plan. This is how we're going to go attack. And if that's the case, great. But very rarely does that happen, Mike. So it's really the team that makes the best adjustments in real time, in between possessions, in between snaps. The team that adjusts the fastest and the most efficiently, they're the ones that come the end of the game. They tend to have the advantage.
The veteran kicker, Dustin Hopkins, out to get things started. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. Panay Wanwu now to return. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. So the Jets offense ready to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the man from Ohio State, 6'3", Justin Fields.
I think we're seeing this so often now in the modern NFL is quarterbacks who can hurt you both improv as a scrambler and also with designed runs coming out of the huddle. So this is a tricky situation. Guys who can run with this kind of speed, you have to be very careful how you pass rush them. You're not just rushing to a spot. It's not just an X behind the center. You got to try to corral him and keep him in the pocket because when he escapes, big plays are to be had.
He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
When we met with these coaches during the week, Mike, they told us the emphasis this week about getting the run game going early, and we see it here. Nice first play pickup, fresh set of downs.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Fields. He'll get it into the hands of Garrett Wilson. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. It's picked up by one of his teammates.
Sometimes these games in the NFL, Mike, they get decided by simply how the ball bounces. I mean, how often do we see a quarterback in the pocket get strip sack, and that ball ends up going the other direction? Fortunately for them, they can regroup, get back in the huddle, and live another day. Ball falls into the hands of his own guy, and they'll see if they can dodge this bullet.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. From the shotgun, it's Fields. Oh, what a run. Down inside the 30-yard line.
You know this defense worked all week defending this quarterback as a scrambler, as a runner. But sometimes it's just hard to simulate until you see him in real life. His speed, his ability to create. We saw him get him here early on a big scramble. He's able to pick up the first down and keep the drive alive.
And he'll bring it inside the red zone. Finding space. Gain of 7. Inside the 20. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Now Fields. That's complete to Jeremy Ruckert. And the Jets are going to have a first and goal. He's taken down at about the 8.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
They're called in at the 2. to the goal line and in. Alan Lazard. Touchdown, New York. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
The kicking team on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Jets will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, it's Jerome Ford. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Cleveland offense set to take the field for the first time. They'll be led out by the veterans still going. Former Super Bowl MVP, comeback player of the year in 2023, it's Joe Flacco.
I had a coach tell me earlier in my career, Mike, specifically about the quarterback position. If you don't have fast feet, you better have a fast mind. And here we have a guy that has played a lot of games under center. He has seen a lot of football, and while he might not be as mobile, he might not have the arm strength to make all the throws he had earlier in his career, that experience behind center, that experience being in these moments before, man, having that quick mind, there's not a whole lot of defense is going to throw at him that he hasn't seen. Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
They'll run. This is Jerome Ford. And some good blocking at the point of attack. A pickup of 7, and it brings up third down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Flacco. That's caught. It's the tight end, Njoku. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's a handoff. And he's going to be bottled up quickly after a gain of about 1. Quincy Williams in there for the stop. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll run a toss play, and it's 4. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
To throw is Flacco. And this will be incomplete.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds. I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
Flacco to throw. The blitz gets there, and he lost the football. And the defense has it. And there it is. The defense comes up with the big play, forcing the fumble as they get their offense right back on the field. Coming up, Greg, with a big turnover.
Taking the ball away, Mike, has really become an art form in the NFL. Some teams are good at it, some teams not so much. But in this case, great job by the defense taking that one away.
The Jets offense ready to possess the football for the second time. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. We're going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. That was Jordan Hicks who got him down. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Fields. That's complete on the tight end screen. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
Truth be told, the tight end probably would have been better off dropping that ball. But let's talk about this corner. Not only diagnosing the play, but being physical enough to bring the big tight end down for a loss.
Fields from the gun on 3rd down. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
Really nice start for this defense here early through the 1st quarter. 2 different players each recording a sack. Offensive line's going to have to get together on the sideline with their coach and identify where's the weakness in our protection. How can we get extra bodies and extra attention? Because we still got a long way to go in this one.
On comes the punt team now for the Jets. Back deep, DeAndre Carter to return. A fair catch taken, and they're going to start right at their own 20-yard line. The Browns offense ready to see what they can do on their 2nd possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. Now Flacco. That's over the middle to his tight end, Njoku. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Here's 2nd and 2. Throwing, Flacco. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
He is going to have a Browns 1st down. They're able to convert on 3rd and short, picking up 4.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line.
This is already a little better than the first time they had the ball, Mike. Remember, opening possession, 3 and out. Showing some signs of life here now. Nice pick up there by the back to pick up the first down.
Couple of first downs has them out to the 45-yard line as it's 1st and 10. Here's Ford. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Here's Flacco to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Here comes 3rd and 6. Here's Flacco. Open man, right side. He's got it. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. This give to Ford, heading right. And a strong first down run, a pickup of 9, setting up 2nd and short. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
Here's a run. And he'll plunge forward to the 2, setting up 2nd and goal. So we'll get a 2nd and goal when we return. 7-0 is our score. We're back to upstate New York in just a moment. From the 2 now, here's 2nd and goal. Now this time they'll look to throw. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
Dustin Hopkins now to add the extra point. The kick is good. And the Browns will level things out at 7 apiece. We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. On the return, here comes Wanwu. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. So now the Jets offense ready to take over once more. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Now, Fields. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Fields now. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch. All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Trying the left side, here's Hall. And he'll get this one across midfield. Brought down after a pickup of a half dozen. They'll spread the formation here. Let's see what the call is on 3rd and inches. Fields to throw. Open man is Lazard. He's got it. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down. He has it by plenty. They keep the drive alive here on 3rd and inches.
3rd and inches, you see a lot of teams try to take a shot. Why, Mike? Because they know on 4th and inches, they still have a chance to convert the 1st down. The shot wasn't there, but they're still able to pick up a nice gain and convert and bring up 1st down.
Gets that one to the veteran Lazard. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
The backfield empty here for 3rd and 2. Fields. Oh, that's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack that might take them out of field goal range.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Here's Austin McNamara now, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The Browns offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense is going to need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now, faking the give. Going deep downfield for Judy. That one broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on 1st down. Couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down.
He's trying to set the tone here for the rest of the game and let this defense know there is not a blade of grass on this field that you don't have to defend, because he reared back and he let that one eat. And he's got to work a little bit on his touch, a little bit on his accuracy, but I don't think he needs to work on his arm strength.
And a good one here. He'll be marked down up past the 25-yard line.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
Up the middle they go. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. The motion man is Johnson. They'll get creative here on the jet sweep. And that one shut down right away. Good pressure on the backside. The defense stops him for no gain. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. Here's 3rd and 7. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. This throw left side taken in by Johnson.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
Here's Gibson to return. And he'll get a few yards back here on the return before being forced out of bounds. The Jets offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll work in a tie game here in the 2nd quarter and get started with 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run, and it's hauled. He'll have a Jets 1st down as the tackle's made just shy of the 40.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up 1st downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
On 1st and 10, Fields. He's got a receiver wide open, left side. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. And Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Working out of the gun, it's Fields. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'll say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
A big play for the Jets. 38 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
From the 1-yard line, first down and goal. From the shotgun, it's Fields. It is brought in the end zone. Josh Reynolds. Touchdown, Jets.
It seems to me they were kind of holding this play call for this exact situation, Mike. First and goal, down here near the goal line, and they had this one worked up all week. Simple pitch and catch, and it works to perfection.
Now the try for an extra point. He knocks it through, and the Jets will move out to a 14-7 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes Ford on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Browns offense and their running back set to go once more. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for first and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball. This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. He's got his man complete. That's Judy. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be first and goal.
They really showed off their connection on that pitch and catch, Mike, and just really good ball placement and really good separation downfield. And when those two things align, it's just really challenging for a defender to stay with them and take that play away.
Ball sitting at the 7. First and goal. The motion man is Johnson. Here comes the jet sweep. A short game down to the 7. Here now, second down and goal. Flacco. That is caught back corner of the end zone. Jerry Jeudy. Touchdown, Browns. The teamwork was just ideal there. Greg, we don't see practice all week, but we see it pay off in the game.
And when you have a wide receiver, Mike, that can operate near the sideline, it just increases the amount of space that quarterback has to work with. He knows that he can put that ball maybe a little bit further away from the defender, knowing he's got the guy on the other end to not only secure the catch, but to keep his feet in bounds for a touchdown.
Extra point up and good from Hopkins. And the Browns will tie things up. We are all even at 14. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. On the return, here comes Wanwu. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Breece Hall making his way back out there as the Jets are on offense again. This one, everything we could have hoped for to this point. All even at 14. They'll start this drive with first down. A give. Here's Hall. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. So, 2 minutes to play in a back-and-forth first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this. He'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Now Fields. That one caught by Wilson. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
Well, so often we see quarterbacks standing in the pocket, holding it, seeing if they can create something downfield. Well, not that play. That play was simple. Snap the ball to the quarterback, spit it out into the hands of your receiver, and let's see what he can do.
He'll get this into the hands of his running back. A gain there of 11, and the Jets have a first down.
I just love the creativity and what it allows when you have the skill set of a running back like this, that he can line up all over the field. In this last play, Mike, you see him line up in the slot, but he's really capable of running routes from all the different receiver positions, and for a running back to be able to
carry that ball loosely, and it is out. But he'll gather it back in. Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a first down. Oh, man, Greg, those must be scary times for a player. Not that it happened to you often, but he lost the ball but was able to get it back and avoid the turnover.
Well, Mike, I hate to admit it.
And that time, the pressure, too much. He'll go down. Now the Jets going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Back to throw is Fields. Looking for his tight end on the corner route. He's got it. Now a timeout, Jets. It'll be their second. They'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Here's third down and a few inches. Fields. He gets this one complete to Reynolds. And he is going to have a Jets first down. He has it by plenty. They keep the drive alive here on 3rd and inches.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up first downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that 3rd down conversion,
in trouble, and down he goes. Now a timeout signal for him, and they'll get it with 10 seconds until the break. The Jets will send out the field goal unit. This will be a 41-yard attempt. He'll bang that one through. It's good. And the Jets move out in front. The new score, 17-14.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well. You're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Final moments of this first half, kicking with the lead now, as this one is in the air. This one will be taken in the end zone, no run back forthcoming, and the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. To throw is Flacco. There's a short throw caught by Njoku. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Flacco to throw. On throw, right side, taken by Njoku. So we're at halftime with just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we get you down to Florida, Orlando specifically, for the coaches, Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thank you. More from you and Greg in a moment. But for now, welcome one and all to our EA Sports halftime reports. We got an excellent first half from the dynamic quarterback, Justin Fields. His 2 touchdown passes helped pave the way for his guys to take this lead into the intermission.
Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up. Three points, all that separates these two sides, as half number 2 kicks off. Here comes Ford on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Browns offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And I want to take you through the highlights here. They have been plentiful from the quarterback position. Has the offense running at a high efficiency throughout, and we'll try to sustain it here down the stretch. Here's Flacco to throw. That's over the middle and caught by Judy. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
Now Flacco. To his tight end, Njoku. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Up the middle, here's Ford. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on third down.
He'll try and run for the first down. It's 4. Punting time for the Browns. They're set to kick it away. He's on for the second time. They'll try to get something inside the 10. And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. The Jets offense and quarterback Justin Fields make their way back out. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. First and 10. Here's Fields. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Give up the middle with Hall. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up third down. Play action now for Fields. A pass deep for Reynolds. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. Third down stop sets up fourth down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Fair catch is called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with first and 10. Throwing, Flacco. That's caught down the field is Tillman. And he will score. Cedric Tillman. Touchdown, Cleveland. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
Hopkins now to tack on the extra point. It's up and through. And the Browns move out in front by 4. It's 21-17. Here's Hopkins now after the touchdown. He'll boot this one away. Set to return is Xavier Gibson. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Jets offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Hall running right. And he'll get about 5 past the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Throwing is Fields. Short pass taken in by the tight end. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Fields now. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the 1st down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the 1st down.
Here's 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the gun, and it's Hall. He'll manage to get 2, maybe 3 on that carry. The linebacker, Jerome Baker, there to make the play. They face 2nd down and 7. Another run here with Hall. And a pickup of 3 or maybe 4. That's Greg Newsome in to make the stop. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Now, Fields. He's got his man complete to Wilson. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
It's 1st down, and it's Paul. He'll get about 2. That's Greg Newsome in to make the stop. Second down and 8. They'll go again with Hall. And he'll bring this inside the 15. That's good enough for the 1st down. On the run, here's Hall. And he won't get much. Taken down at about the 12. Here's 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun, it's Fields. He'll find Hall out of the backfield. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
They'll try to keep the drive rolling, facing 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Fields. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Josh Reynolds. Touchdown, New York. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure. And I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone, and then deliver that ball on time, accurately, and the result is a touchdown.
Now, the extra point. It's up and good. And the Jets extend the advantage to a field goal. It's 24-21. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes Ford on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. The motion man is Johnson. Right away, they'll try a jet sweep. And this defense having nothing of that, they get him down behind the line.
When you come across on a jet sweep, Mike, you're hoping once you get the ball, all you see is green grass and open space. Well, in this case, he had a lot of unhappy defenders waiting for him, and they're able to put him down behind the line.
Now, faking the give. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The home team's offense and Breece Hall getting set for this next drive. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far. First down. Fields. That one caught by Wilson. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Second and 7. To throw is Fields. Quick throw, taken in. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. Back to throw is Fields. He's going to have the first down, so they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
A first down throw for Fields. Now he takes off.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. So, both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the third quarter. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Second down and 3. Fields. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think. Here we are in the second half, and that's only his 2nd incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to get him out of this groove.
On now comes the punt team for the Jets, as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The visitors' offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. That's to the sideline. Taken in by Johnson. 12 yards on the gain. That's good for a quick first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. Here's Flacco. He'll go right and find his running back. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Flacco to throw. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete. Jerry Jeudy, the intended target, and it'll be 2nd down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
That's over the middle to his tight end, Njoku. And he'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he's in. David Njoku. Touchdown, Browns. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that fourth quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
Now Hopkins on to add the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Browns have taken a 4-point advantage. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. On the return, here comes Wanwu. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The home team's offense ready to get back to work. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Now Fields. Looking middle of the field. It's complete. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate. Ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
They will run it over center with Hall. And a nice run there on 1st down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2. They give to Hall. And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a 1st down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, Fields. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete. He was looking for Garrett Wilson there, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the 1st down.
He's going to keep it himself. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
We've seen this quarterback have some effective plays with his legs all game today, Mike. He knows when to stay in there and look to pass, but he also knows when it's time to tuck it and go, and he's able to pick up good yardage there.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Fields. He'll take off again. And he's going to be taken down.
This has been a great drive, and mostly at the hands of the man with the ball there. He thought about pulling the trigger on that one, thought better of it, decides to take off with his legs, and now he's going to have 1st and goal.
What a moment in this game. A touchdown would give them the late lead. It is 1st down and goal. Here's Fields. He's got it at the 3. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
Now a 2nd down throw for Fields. He'll get this out to his running back. And he's going to go backwards on that one. They take him down back at the 6-yard line.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
Throwing here on 3rd and goal. Taking, and he will score. Justin Fields. Touchdown, New York. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Mevis, good on the extra point. And the Jets go up by a field goal as they lead it by 3. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Here comes Ford on the return. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The visitors' offense ready to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That's caught over the middle by Johnson. To the 20. And what an effort after the catch. He goes all the way. 77 yards. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Well, it seems this game is kind of getting to the point, Mike, where it's defense optional. I mean, both these teams are really just having their way with their opponent. They're going up and down the field, and after this long touchdown, yes, this is great if you're a fantasy player, but it's not so great if you're a defensive coordinator.
Hopkins now to tack on the extra point. His kick is good. And the Browns have taken a 4-point advantage. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown, trying to kick it back the other way. Gibson now on the return. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. The Jets offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Fields. Got a man downfield, it's Wilson. And he will go all the way. Garrett Wilson. Touchdown, Jets. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
Now this, an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. The kick is good. And the Jets go up by a field goal as they lead it by 3. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Here comes Ford on the return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Browns offense ready to see what they can do. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. To throw is Flacco. That one intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see. Can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
Garrett Wilson and the Jets offense now heading back onto the field. They've got the lead, and they'll set forth trying to build on it. They're going to do that with excellent field position. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On the give, it's Hall. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. Fields to throw. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
They go 5 receivers for 3rd down and 4. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off. After this, here's a 3rd down and 4. They'll drop to throw. They'll set up the screen to Hall. And that screen slow to develop, and they rally to the ball and stop them. That will be no gain on the screen. So now, out comes the field goal unit in this pressure spot. This to stretch the lead to more than a field goal. And this one, right down the middle. It's good. So it is still a one-score game, but a little more breathing room now.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes Ford on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Browns offense ready for this next possession. The deficit, 6 points. A touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. Here's Flacco to throw. Here's a screen set up for 4. It's a nice start to the drive, a gain of 10, and a quick 1st down.
And now after that big completion, Mike, they can't panic yet. They're not into the mode where they're in desperation. They have 2 timeouts in their back pocket. Take a deep breath. Get your best 1st down play call to your quarterback. A field goal's not going to do it. They got to think touchdown all the way.
There's that man again. Another catch. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45. This is 1st and 10. Throwing, Flacco. That's caught. It's the tight end, Njoku. And he's going to be taken down at about the 30.
All right, this is a good start. Plays like these are definitely going to help as you work your way into scoring range. While you have to be wary of the clock and keep an eye on it, they should have plenty of time here to finish this drive.
And that could be the dagger. It's intercepted. And the Jets force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
So now the Jets offense ready to take over once more. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. Only 1 timeout remaining for the defense as they take a knee. The Browns going to use the last of their timeouts now, and they stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So this one in the win column for the Jets. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Jets as we say goodbye from MetLife Stadium.